All right, this video is just a quick update to an interpretation that I didn't have completed in the past. I've gone through and done the Gospel of Thomas interpretations. In fact, boy, I cut my teeth on working on the interpretation and how they work out in the psyche. There was one that I never was really happy with. Verse 39, I'll read the whole verse here, but there's just one part that I was concerned with that I didn't quite have a handle on. The first part I've got, and I'm going to do a video on it coming up pretty soon again. 39, Jesus said, "The Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of knowledge and hidden them. They themselves have not entered, nor have they allowed to enter those who wish to enter. You, however, be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves." Now, this first part makes perfect sense to me. I'll do that on another video coming up. This part here, though, the wise as serpents and innocent as doves. In Judeo-Christian material, the serpent, boy, that starts out with the temptation of Eve in the garden. Is that really, boy, is that a wise thing? Is that a bad thing? How do you unwrap from that? And I've been working in Genesis a lot, and I finally have the serpent figured out as the analog that it is. Let's take a look at it. Now, the serpent first shows up in Genesis chapter 3. This is right after Adam and Eve are naked, unashamed in the Garden of Eden, ready to go, preloaded, ready to set. And if you follow my material, or if you're ready for understanding something, that what we're working with here is material that is made to fit in the human psyche. The Adam and Eve is each human as a child. This is a point in time in life. Naked, unashamed in the garden is a point in time in our life where we are little kids. Naked means we haven't really learned anything about life yet. We're uncovered. We don't have shame, judgment, anger, hurt, those sorts of things. The serpent is going to represent something here. Let's read through it and then talk about it. The woman is the inner self. Adam is the consciousness. We have a consciousness. I can say and think and process and feel and experience, but I can also pull up things from it within me that are memories and experiences and stuff that are from in the past. Those are the two right there. We've got the conscious and the subconscious, the Adam and the Eve. This is going to be metaphorical. I know Christians tend to read this without interpreting it. A Jew will tell you this is metaphor. Christians come along and just totally drop the ball on trying to understand anything. They just treat a mythological story that has a lesson in it as history. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made, and he said to the woman, "Yea, hath God said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden?" And the woman said to the serpent, "No, we may eat of the fruit of the garden. But there's fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, and God said, don't eat that one, neither shall you touch it, lest you die." So there's just a one tree. We can eat everything but that one tree. And the serpent said to the woman, "You shall surely not die." Okay, what is this? The serpent is not a real serpent. The inner self is us. The serpent is an analog representing the experience of life. What happens? We go from naked, unashamed in the garden, then we have this sin happen, and then we get covered. We get kicked out of the garden. We're living life. What happened? I'm a little kid. I just got told what a worthless piece of shit I was and got beat. I got molested. I got raped. I got something. I learned that those people are this or that or something is happening there. We are moving along. The serpent represents life experience. That's it. And what is the serpent? Tied to the ground. The serpent cannot rise up above the ground. In the spiritual realm, when we talk about things, there's this mystical idea that you want to rise to a higher realm. What you're doing is the difference here is this. Are you living from your memories, or are you living detached from your memories? The higher realm is sitting there going, I'm in the moment, I'm fine. Or you're sitting there going, I'm frazzled, I don't know what to do, I'm worried, I'm concerned, I feel this way, I'm depressed, I've got all kinds of issues. There's a point where the serpent represents the idea that we have judged and named life experiences, and we're living through those life experiences. So that's what that is right there. And when we go back then to the other verse, what was it? You, however, be as wise as serpent and innocent as doves. Now we know what the serpent really represents. The serpent represents that life experience, the judgments that you're making. Being wise as serpents. You're understanding what is happening there. When you're living through the memories or living from the world experience, you're just watching things and judging things and becoming products of those judgments as you watch people do things or whatever the case may be. Ultimately, when you really understand this, what you realize is that whatever is happening physically, whatever is manifesting, is there first in an energy form that is in place. So for you to judge what is you're seeing, you're becoming a product of something that's been in motion for a while, that's a repeated thing. You're just stepping right into it. We all do that when we start out in life. At some point, you want to go, hey, I am not those freaking memories. I'm better than that. I'm a human being that showed up and I had this world experience right through here. And that's what that is, to be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves. I need to understand that I came about as a product of those life experiences and to let them go, to let them free, to be free of them. That's what that means right there. Okay, I just wanted to update that. That's all. See it? I didn't even prepare for this video. I just saw that and went, okay, I got that. Yeah. In the next video, I'm going to go back to this dog in the manger, Nag Hammadi. Woe to the Pharisees, for they are like a dog sleeping in the manger of oxen, for neither does he eat nor does he let the oxen eat. And then the Aesop's fable. The dog made his bed in the manger and laid snarling and growling to keep the cattle from their feed. See, said one of them, what a miserable cur, who neither can eat corn himself, nor will he allow those to eat it who can. So this verse from Jesus here, attributed to Jesus, obviously is a Aesop's fable derivative. And all they just said is, woe to the Pharisees, for they're like a dog. The dog was bad. Now they're saying the Pharisees like that dog. The vintage, though, take a look here. We're looking at Aesop's fables at the very worst. Worst case scenario, 6, 7, 8, 50, 60, 870 years between these. It's probably not that, but 600, 700 years easily. Aesop's fables were about the time as Genesis. This Nag Hammadi verse, yeah, that's not a Jesus saying. And if it is, well, what's he doing? It's not his. All right, see you in the next video.